To Barry Athletic Bowls Club, which most of you, I think, know more quite well, and I'm sure you're all going to be very pleased that the sun has decided to keep shining for us today. What a lovely start to a centenary year, with the sun shining, a lot of keen, enthusiastic bowlers, all waiting to show how good they are and how bad they can be, and you'll get the opportunity about that later on. But I've one apology, and it's most unfortunate that one of our three centenarians, as I call them, will not be here today. He's busy, very busy at a wedding. Not his own, because he's been married quite a long time, but he's unfortunately not been able to join us possibly till later on, after we've more or less finished on the green. But anyway, it's my pleasure to introduce all these people, and the other two people we have to officiate in the actual ceremony of bowling the first woods. Russell Evans, who we all well know, and if you read the Barry and District News, you'll get all the details therein. Equally, there's another gentleman right behind him, Jim Morgan, who is even as famous as Russell. There was going to be another one, as I say, Gareth, and in a way, I'm sure Gareth won't mind me saying, possibly it's a good job that he's not here to make his speech, because we'd have been here till 9 o'clock before we went to but he would appreciate that. But I've got also, we've got our club captain for the year, another man who's rising in the ranks of stardom with a lot of international honours to his credit. We have Mary Thomas, who's I'm sure she won't mind, whose husband was a very staunch supporter of this club. Unfortunately, the Lord took him away. But anyway, we'll more about that when she looks after us quite royally when we entertain the St Fagans next Saturday. And then of course we've got another member of the Hogan family. It's a new unique occasion, as they say in the paper, that brother and sister should be chairman and captains, rather captains of the club in the centenary year. It's absolutely marvellous. This is a wonderful club, as we all know. We're all, I'm sure, pleased to be members of this club. And I hope you will all seriously enjoy your season better than you've ever enjoyed any other season. Support everything that we try to do during the season, but enjoy your game of bowls and the company that you mix with. Thank you very much indeed. Russell to say a few words. He's one of our official sponsors, as you might say.
Chairman Alf and Chair Lady Mary, Jim, and Captains Robert and Bethan. May I first say thank you to Robert for inviting me to be part of this opening ceremony on such an important year in the history of the club. I think any organisation which celebrates its 100th birthday has to be very proud. And all the years I've been a member of this club, I've always been very proud to say that I was a member of Barry Athletic. Proud not only of what we've managed to achieve occasionally on the green from time to time, but proud of being a member of a club which has a reputation for always playing the game as it should be played. I think we owe a great deal of gratitude to our predecessors in this respect, because they created this impression amongst all the bowlers, and it's our duty, I'm sure, to make sure that this tradition is carried on well into the future. I hope that my words on that subject will eventually filter back to those who are not even here today, and maybe to the younger players too, because it's on their shoulders that this responsibility will rest in the future. I would urge all members to remember that whenever they play this game, and wherever they play it, that their conduct on and off the green will have a reflection on our reputation as a club. In conclusion, I'd like to wish Captain Robert, Captain Bethan, Captain Paul and Captain Ivor a happy and successful season, and come the end of September they hopefully will be able to look back on a year and say they've enjoyed their term of office. To all the club members I would say good luck, good bowling, good weather, and most important of all, good health. Thank you.
Well, I know Russell well enough, and I know that spoke from the heart, quite genuinely. Equally, this gentleman is also well known to you all, and I'm sure you would like to listen to what Jim has to say.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, well, there's not a lot to say after Russell's finished. I think he said anything. But I too want to wish everybody a very happy centenary season. Like Russell, I was fortunate to be standing here on this green 50 years ago when we celebrated our 50th anniversary. I think the sun was shining that day too. But there are two things I'd like to say, apart from wishing all the teams, everybody good success through the season. There's one big blot on my bowls career. I never won a Carrugher Shield medal. I'm not going to win one now, but I could still have some reflected glory if this club could win one again. So let's have a bit more effort from the first team, Robert. So let's see the Carrugher Shield this year. It was last year in 1957, I think, so it's a long time. The other thing I'd like to say is I've been very impressed with the way I think it's Dave Newman, John Evans and one or two others have been organising work parties to get this place spick and span ready for the season. They've done some marvellous work that most of us are not aware of. I would just like to see John Paul here today. He will probably remember, as I do, wheeling barrel loads of earth around here to make some top dressing, which we spread on the green ourselves, and we hollow-tined with forks, and we did all sorts of things, which was the norm in years gone by. Nowadays it's a bit of an exception for people to turn up and do some work. I would like to urge you all to go back to what we used to do and work hard for the club. Because the club is yours, and the club is only as strong as its members, and it's only as strong as the effort that members put into it. So in wishing you all for the rest of the season, Mary, Robert, Bethan, and the rest of the captains, all the very best. Thank you.
You know, Jim forgot to mention one special thing about his history as a player at Barry Athletic Bowls Club. I had the misfortune in the first 3 years that I joined Barry Athletic Bowls Club to be drawn against him in the championship. I got 1 the first year, I got 2 the second year, and he actually spoke to me on the 3rd year because he got 3. He said, "You're improving up." And that's the kind of humour that we like to hear and to get everybody going. Now then, I think, Mary, you know, the ladies didn't just join us about 50 years ago, 25 years ago. They've been here as long as we've been here, but in a different capacity, but now they're recognised as part of the club in a playing sense as well. And I'm sure Mary, the chairman, would like to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon everyone. I'm very, very pleased to be here representing the ladies, and also my husband, who was a member here since he was 9 for many, many years. And I have been coming here, I hate to say it now, for 70 years, because I used to come, well, because I used to come with my father when my mother was doing teas. So it's a long, long time. All I can say is I do wish you'll have a very happy and successful year this year, and not only this year, but in the many years I'm sure this club will bloom in the future. Thank you very much.
We've got two captains on the field here today, so I'm going to ask as the right ladies' preference, so I'll ask Bethan as a ladies' captain to say a few words.
On behalf of the ladies, I'd like to wish you a happy centenary and hope you have a successful season. For the ladies, I look forward to leading you and the club throughout the season. I hope that we get some decent weather for the summer, that we all have a happy and successful year. can I just say that I'd like to thank Dave for the work he's put in so far on the green, and his hard work is appreciated.
And now the man that's going to share a very heavy responsibility to keep us guiding through the rest of the season, international and fellow friend Robert Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honoured and privileged to be captain this year in our centenary year. Russell, Jim, Gareth and Ron, from when I started playing, they were the people that guided me, and all the honours that I've achieved has been with the help of these people. Not only these, but there are other people, Dave Williams and lots of other club members who I'd like to thank for guiding me for the last 30 years in playing bowls. We can only be successful as a club with the help of everyone. And I think, like Jim said, winning the Carruthers is overdue for us. But we can only do that by practicing on the green, being loyal to the club, supporting each other in the good times and bad times, and I'm sure that we'll do well. I wish all the other captains, Beckham for the ladies, Ivor, Munro Cup, and the second team as well. And I hope you all have a really successful season. Thank you.